What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with my honest review of The Real Housewives of Potomac. A lot happened on this episode. There's been a lot of conversations, and I'm gonna get into them. So we're back with Wendy's burn session. Ashley telling Candace that I've received other information about Chris that he hasn't been so innocent in the DMs as he was with me, and Candace said, okay, well, your husband likes to leave you to go to such and such house and suck on his, well, you know what? Oh, Karen and Mia. Oh, I'm not drunk enough for this. It led to the whole conversation of Michael being bisexual, Michael doing you know what. That's why he's not sexually attracted to Ashley. Ashley was like, are we deflecting? Are we veering off the path? Are we veering? Are we veering? Ashley, I know you're trying to be unbothered, but I feel like you have heard these conversations before. Candace says I wasn't supposed to talk about this person, but she's had this information for a while, and that person has had a client of Michael's for a long time, and you want to smoke? Bitch, here you go. They go back and forth. Ashley said, I deal and I process with Michael. What you're doing, you're not dealing with it. Just deal with it. And the pendulum always swings back the other way. But Candace don't want to claim the pendulum. And Wendy came in and said, can we burn it? Let's burn it. Let's burn, okay? um, she will say that about my husband. I'm not going to say shit back. I wasn't mad that Candace called out Ashley, but I feel like that Ashley loves going back and forth with Candace about this, and I think Ashley might want a little bit of revenge of telling Candace how her husband is based off how everybody else has called her out for how her husband has behaved. I said it in my last review. I think that Ashley is looking to have a little bit of vengeance towards Candace, and she's going to let it go. She's going to let it go after this, okay? And burn session is over. Wendy, that's enough. Thank you, Mia. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I was watching how Giselle was so close in this conversation. She didn't chime in. She didn't step in. She didn't say, wait a minute, Ashley. Wait a minute, wait a minute. She wanted Ashley to say that because Giselle wants somebody to defend her case against Chris. And Giselle is the puppet master and loves watching Ashley looking like a fool. Because it became so clear to me, like I am not even like barely in the episode yet, but Giselle likes people to do her dirty work so she can appear innocent. And the only way that Giselle has a storyline is if you keep on talking about the problem. It is 6 episodes and we're still talking about Chris being somewhat inappropriate with Giselle. Ashley brings it up to help her storyline. Mia brings it up to help her storyline. If we don't talk about it, Giselle needs to find something else to do. So everybody leaves. Robin is outside of her Uber. Ashley tells Wendy. Sorry. Ashley tells Wendy, I only wanted to bring it up because Giselle was here. Why? Because she told me that Candace told me that Giselle said she's fake, she's phony, and this and that. And now knowing that my friend who told me yesterday about Chris, hearing that Mia felt the way about Chris, I just wanted to give some validity as to what Giselle was saying. And maybe your husband needs to do a little self-check that he's being a little bit too friendly and the narrative of him, being a little bit too flirty with other people. Now, when I'm hearing Ashley's reasoning, I'm hearing 2 things. One, it could be something that Candace needs to look out for. It could be. It could be. You know what I'm saying? Because Chris strikes me as someone who is friendly and possibly won't read signs that he's making the other women uncomfortable. It could be that. 2, she is compelled to still make Giselle's storyline a reality versus off of her DMs, Mia, her friend Deborah, and it's kind of like, damn. Once you ignited the flame, Giselle took it off. Like, it had to be Ashley to ignite Giselle's storyline. and now Giselle's storyline is still being brought out. How long is it going to last? So that's where my two things come about. Candace and Giselle have a conversation. Candace wanted to have a clear understanding of what happened. Now, knowing the fact that Giselle never said nothing when it came out to her and Ashley going back and forth, and it brought to my attention, Giselle will only go toe to toe with Wendy based off of how Robin has been with Wendy. But she's never gone toe to toe with Candace that way because she knows what Candace will do. But she's choosing her battles wisely with going combative with one another. I can sense where the colorism is coming out with Giselle and Robin because y'all have all this smoke for Wendy and Wendy didn't give it back to you. And it's just based off the fact that what is the problem that you have with Wendy? Because I don't know. But again, I want to understand what happened. Okay, because we're going right back in the beginning. Chris wanted to have a conversation with Giselle. Giselle says that he said, let's go to your room. Chris said, I'm 99% sure she was the one who said, let's go to her room. Okay, the door was open. He said, should I leave the door open? Because don't want the narrative out there that I'm with another woman and I'm a married man. So Giselle saying that he knew that closing the door with a single woman would have been inappropriate. But it still don't make no sense as to why you wait all this time to say you was uncomfortable. That still don't make no sense because it felt like it was malintent. Because at the end of the day, though, Giselle, let's go back to you explaining the story. You said that Chris wanted to know if you were with it because many of married men have tried you and you wanted to see if he was with it. Meaning, you thought that he lured you, like Candace said, he lured you to get you alone to say, what's up? Because that's what you said to Robin. And Robin looked at you like, girl, that's not what he did. He wanted to have a conversation about his wife. And that's wrong. And now she says she don't remember of him saying that will make him feel away or that he knew this or she knew that. It's so funny, Giselle, how you don't remember what you said, but yet you still want to say he made me feel uncomfortable. But if he didn't do anything to you, then what was said? Ashley said, I'm not vindictive. I'm not trying to be vindictive. That narrative has to stop. I received information from my friend. She even told me, are they still together? And I am not good at sending this type of information. I think that Ashley knows for a fact that she could have had a different way of telling that to Candace, hence why she told Candace about the DM situation in a much better standpoint. But she felt compelled to help Giselle's storyline grow bigger. That's what it was. So I'm thinking that Ashley is torn with wanting to move forward with Candace, but also still having to be the flunky to the Green Eye Bandits. Candace is crying because she's telling Giselle, you could have called me if you felt that you were uncomfortable, but you waited to do it on a platform that can hurt me. And it is the truth though, Giselle. It is the truth. Now we know that when things happen throughout filming, we find out, when the season starts, the storylines can take place. But come on, Giselle. Something like this, something like this, you could have called Chris, you could have called Candace maybe a week or two after you processed how it made you feel and said something. But no, you waited 5 months when the camera started rolling, you being very friendly towards Chris, then hearing what he did to Ashley. Oh, finally, I got it. My storyline came. That's what it was. And she calls Giselle the reason why women can never confront with sexual allegations because they have no basis and no facts. Basically saying, you are the reason why the Me Too movement is sketchy. Because there are a lot of women who claim they've been sexually assaulted, claim they were in a sexual harassment situation, claim they were in a predicament, but that never happened to them. Where you got other women who did have that happen to them, they become afraid to speak up because they don't want to be read as you want attention. You just want us to feel sorry for you. Oh my God, it's so freaking clear. Giselle, you were calling out Mia for having a cancer post as a cry for attention. You saying that Chris made you uncomfortable when he really didn't do anything to you from your own mouth. He didn't touch you. He didn't say anything inappropriate. He just wanted to have a conversation. All you have about it is, I'm in a room with a married man that's not mine. But if nothing happened that made you feel like, oh my God, this isn't good, this is you crying for attention. Because at the end of the day, what does Giselle have going on for herself if it's not her coming after somebody else's husband? What does she have going on for herself? She can't use the girls forever. Does she have a business? I don't understand. So Ashley and Wendy still talking. She gave Wendy a toast for a good effort. And the conversation between Giselle and Candace didn't go nowhere because Candace is hurt by Giselle's statement and that she's not understanding how what she said can hurt her. It can hurt someone. And she calls her an evil cunt. Now I'm looking at it like Candace not even thinking about what Ashley said. Like she's not even focused on that. She's more focused on Giselle, and that's what Giselle wants. Giselle wants to have repeated conversations so she can have something else to say. If you don't talk about what she said, she's going to look for ways to have conversations. Leave Giselle where she's at. Giselle has no storyline without having involved in somebody else's situation. The same as Robin. You ever notice how they tend to harp on a small thing and makes it bigger and bigger to carry out the season because they don't want to talk about their lives? If you guys don't read between the lines and be like, why is Giselle and Robin only talking about this? This isn't something that's that deep. We need to just let it roll off our shoulders. We need to be like, you know what, Giselle? I'm not trying to say I don't understand how it made you feel, but I'm not about to go down a rabbit hole with you of you talking about somebody else's husband. That's not good. That's not comfortable. You being a wife yourself, people talking about your husband, that's not gonna work. So let's like if you stop talking about it, it's gonna give Giselle and Robin this feed like they're gonna get nervous that they need to talk about something else. And like now, when Giselle gets on the bus talking about Ashley threw bombs and everything, she added more to it, saying that Chris was inappropriate with her friend Deborah. He grabbed her bud, talked to her at the bar. I was like, it flashes back to him not looking at her. He was looking at his phone. Throughout every interaction, he's looking at his phone. And Giselle, why are you doing this? Why are you adding more information? Ashley, at that point, you need to really pay attention because she's making it seem as if you have a more of a vendetta against Candace than she does. Even though I don't think Ashley has a vendetta against Candace. I just think that Ashley wants to have revenge. But Giselle, you purposefully went after Candace when it came out to her husband. And the fact that you want to add on to him touching another female, that's slandering. That's slander, that's defamation of character at that point. You really need to be careful with your words. And how Wendy doesn't hold herself accountable. I'm like, y'all can miss with that shit. Because y'all both don't hold yourselves accountable. Ashley meeting with a divorce attorney. Everyone telling her she needs to get an attorney. She wants to be at peace with Michael, have an amicable separation, not having to be disrespectful. But in reality, she needs to face the fact that some things can go wrong. Some things can appear untrustworthy. So, what brings her to the office? To start their relationship, they've been loose in their sex life. Being a bisexual woman, she's opened the doors to having threesomes, but after having her children, she doesn't want to do that anymore. The other part of the issue is child support and alimony. They do have a prenup. They've made 8 years of marriage last month, and any wealth that he's obtained before they got married is his. Any wealth that he's made while being married is pretty much marital property. So the proposal was supposed to have been made to um air out, no, not air out, to avoid having attorneys involved. Best believe that Michael got lawyers, accountants, all set up to help him out, and he's only telling you we don't need lawyers. Oh, girl, wake up. So they are legally separated while living separately. You can live separately as long as you abide by the rules. I mean, live under the same roof but have separate lives. And they don't sleep in the same bed. They don't have sex. With the proposal, believing that it was supposed to be fair, He's the main breadwinner. You can assume that he will be upfront with you of the financials, the data, the paperwork, that everything will be split equally. You can't trust him on that. And Ashley knows this. So again, trying to give Michael the benefit of the doubt that he'll be honest and forthcoming with the information, that the proposal will be fair, but at any point in time, if he's trying to pull the wool over her eyes or trick her, she would scrap out and get a real attorney. Ashley, you should have been got a real attorney when it came out to the proposal being made, because she now wants to say she wants to wait to get an attorney when they reach a certain part of the separation. Maybe when I do this, I'll get this, but she's stalling. She's stalling. She's stalling on getting a lawyer. She's stalling on getting the right information because she's in belief that this will be a peaceful separation. I don't want to act like I'm doing this behind his back. I don't want to act like I don't trust him. I don't. But he is doing his own thing without keeping you involved. Remember, he literally left you in the dust to defend the taglines of the separation, going to Vegas, only calling you for the kids, ignoring you. Like, come on now. So she is really trying to tread lightly on expressing how she's really feeling, because I believe that Michael holds a lot of the cards. Like, if you don't say this, you're not going to get this. I believe that it's a script. Ashley is reading off of a script that she has to stay word for word as long as she gets what she wants from Michael. Even though Michael is likely to screw her over, but he can't screw her over that much. She has 2 kids by him. So it's a lot to think about when someone who holds the cards financially, they have the ability to persuade you into doing this without legal parties. And wanted to know, is it a good thing to buy a house together? It is not. Especially if he's the one who's financing the home. And unless there was a clause written that this home was a gift to you, that he can't take away, he can't make a claim, but he can also take the house back whenever he wants to because he was the one who paid for the house. So it's a 2 and 2. Unless there's a clause written that he can't touch the house is only yours, you're good. But if he finds the home, puts down on the home, he has the right to take it away because he's the one who put the money down for the home. So Ashley was like, this is good information. I need to take it all in. Ashley, you're not dumb. But I feel like you want to act this woe is me, naive role. You're very, very smart. You know what to expect from Michael. You know what Michael does. You know how Michael is. I think that you're just playing along that role to appease the audience, but the audience is saying, wake up, Ashley. Wake up. Get your shit together. Get a lawyer. Draw up your own proposal. Okay? You have the ability to do that. I mean, it wasn't right for you to be an LLC in the beginning, but come on, Ashley. Come on. Snap up. Snap up. Mia, this was an odd scene to me with her, Jacqueline, and Charisse. Why are we seeing them together? Going back memory lane, Jacqueline and Mia have been friends. They were 15 years old. Apparently, Jacqueline never liked me in the beginning. They've been several ever since. Hanging out with Cruella DeVille, aka Charisse. She loves her high and mighty superiority, bougie, uppity attitude. Loves the fact that Charisse don't give a shit when her eyelashes falls off her face. Her confessional look is terrible. She looks like a Muppet with those droopy eyes. Y'all know that Sesame Street character, that Muppet character with the elephant and the long eyelashes? That's who Charisse looked like. Um, Charisse asks about Mia's health. Apparently, Mia isn't worried about the lymph nodes, so she's not about to get them handled. How are you not about to get them handled? You spent the beginning of the season worried about your health, worried about is it cancer or not cancer, and now it's not cancer. You're still not moving forward to get these lymph nodes removed? Fine, Mia. Okay, now it's not something you need to be distraught over. Okay. Then we're talking about how Mia got so much stuff going on, charities, foster cares. Come to find out, Jacqueline's mom took Mia in when her mother was going through her drug abuse, and Her father was in prison, ended up dying in prison. Blah blah blah. Um, you know, Jacqueline being there for Mia, saying how Mia does have a story. You gotta really get to know her. Again, it's really odd. This is an odd scene to see Charisse, Jacqueline, and Mia. It's almost like Charisse is trying to be that auntie who wants to be young again to hang out with the teenagers. Then it gets to a conversation about inviting the girls to Miami and that I'll be having the best accommodation for everyone. Giselle wants to know if she's in first class. Candace will be there because she's going to secure this feature with Trina, but she will be late though. Telling them it's a 6 bedroom house, but there's 9 of them. So Charisse has the ability to choose her own room, and the only person who has a lot to say is Wendy. No. Wendy will have a hard time finding somewhere to sleep because she still has a problem with Wendy. And I'm like, what is the issue with Wendy? I mean, I do remember last season that Wendy did fuck with Mia a little bit. She did, but it wasn't that bad. Unless Mia's using this season to get back at Wendy for it. Is she? I guess. I just don't like it though. I just feel like Mia has to because Giselle, follower, okay? Um, but it's also following on Karen's 59th birthday. And Mia reassures her she's going to have a good time. I'm still stuck on the problem with Wendy and Mia, probably because I've liked Wendy since the second season. Even though the first season of her being on the show, I wasn't really a fan. But she did turn me off a little bit when she came after me, and I don't know why. But lately, I've gotten to like Wendy, especially when she read the fuck out of Giselle and Robin. And now with this, I'm just like, y'all just look for ways to be at odds with somebody, all because you just can't get them to do what you want them to do. And I don't like it. Wendy, very small scene with Wendy and her husband. Her talking about, her mom being in the hospital, she's back at home, but realizing that she doesn't take care of herself. She doesn't take the time to relax, de-stress, take care of herself. And Eddie was also wondering, when will you start taking care of herself? Like, she be so on the go with accomplishing things. She never stops to smell the roses and never stops to look at what she's done. It's another check mark for her. I'm like, oh, got this. Realizing I do need to take a step back. So now in that conversation, we're talking about the restaurant. What's up with the Peter? What's up with Peter? Um, I just think that it's too much on my plate. He said, yes, you have a lot on your plate. It will put a strain on your financials. And she agreed. Not saying that they don't have the money, but she is juggling being a professor, being a mom, owning a candle business, writing a book. You know what I'm saying? So she has a lot on. She has a lot going on. She hasn't taken the time to balance it all, to take time of herself, to adding on another business that she has to be upfront and center on. She's not gonna do it because Wendy don't just say she wants to do it and not be involved. She wants to be involved with everything, every step of the way, but she doesn't have the time for it. So I'm just gonna put the lounge on pause. And happy that she's going to Miami, even though she's not in the good place with the ladies, but deal with it. I am not about to, mess out on a trip to Miami. I will be there and you will be there. Period, point blank. And the burn session, she did take accountability and everything went left, but at least she took accountability. Giselle. Giselle and Robin go shopping. Y'all can't dress. Moving on. Um, Wanted to know about Ashley and Candace. Maybe they need to share a room. And there's a Twitter battle going on. Candace is on Twitter, Chris is on Twitter, and Robin knows how Chris is feeling because she told Candace. No, Candace told her. I realized that Candace and Ashley confide a lot in Robin, and they need to stop doing that. Stop confiding in Robin, because Robin don't want no friendship with y'all, and she's not loyal to y'all. She's only loyal to Giselle. Everything you tell her, she will tell Giselle. Ashley comes by And she gives an update on Michael. Where is Michael? Michael's in the Bahamas, living his best life right now. He doesn't want to be bothered. He wants to keep the lifestyle that he wanted to have with Ashley. Now they're not together. Oh, free as a bird. Now, talking about the LLC. Apparently, she had a conversation with him and he went ballistic. Talking about, so what's been going on with the proposal? What's going on there? He took it as if she is accusing him of going behind her back, trying to trick her, trying to leave her out of things, and that's not what it was. So Ashley was under the impression that the LLC was already made, and she just wanted to know what other things are being added to it. Now, Giselle and Robin so quick to call out a lie, call out a poke, call out, oh, that's not what happened. She did say that they were creating the LLC. That's what she said. But I don't think she ever said that it was being made. I think that there's a proposal that's going to get drawn up, an LLC. But it hasn't been made. So Ashley really didn't lie about the LLC. She just said that there's going to be a proposal coming up. Coming to find out, the proposal was never made. And he gave her that impression. Because I really do think that Ashley is being very careful with having these conversations with Michael because he is so quick to just leave, so quick to just go ballistic. Obviously, he looks for ways of not being available for Ashley now that he doesn't have to. He's not married to her right now. I mean, they're separated. So he doesn't have any obligation of helping her out with this. He said, you're on your own. Even though you defended me when I was doing bullshit, you on your own with this. So they're like, okay, so you thought it was going to be this, it was going to be that. Aren't you happy you got a lawyer? As what we've been saying this entire time, how it was done to think that you can do it this way. I'm like, Robin, I want you to have that same energy of what will be your decision of not marrying Juan, getting the prenup, and keeping, your business to yourself when the allegations come out. That's what I want. I want to know what you're going to say, Robin. What decisions are you going to do? What proposal are going to be made about you and why? They think she's lying, but I don't think Ashley was lying. I just think that she was told what she was told. But of course, she has to play it off as if she knows everything, but Ashley don't know everything. And it's really showcasing that Ashley is walking around here with the assumption that she knows everything, which is making her look like a liar. Um, we're talking about that, and now talk about Candace. Surprise. Heard you guys going back and forth. Giselle's so quick to add more to the fire. She said, you need to watch out for your husband. She said, you need to watch out for your husband sucking dick in the hotel. I'm like, this Giselle, are you really friends with Ashley? You keep on repeating everything. I don't know. So the information that was spilled by Robin that she's known about this years ago, you know, and apparently was a high escort service that Michael used before because Ashley wanted to know who was the woman. If it was a high escort service, usually aren't there some like client privileges, like, you can't mention who the client is to protect the client's name and reputation, so you can't talk about it though. If it's a high escort service, they do tend to keep their clients secret, keep their clients anonymous though, right? So Ashley says she don't care, but she don't believe it. Keep that same energy though, Ashley. I want you to still be in that realm of not caring, but I really do feel like you don't care based off of what's been going on between you and Luke from Summer House. Um, the information that Candace said years ago, she said she was gonna hold on to it and not talk about it, but I don't put nothing past nobody. Yeah, Robin, you would know. You turn a blind eye for everything. Um, um, blah 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 blah. Oh yes, in the confessional, Giselle is talking about Michael using the escort service. If this person looks like Juan, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because we know he got a little crush on Juan. Blah blah blah. Robin, you might want to check Giselle. She keeps on making these jokes about Michael and Juan allegedly being lovers. I mean, everybody's making those types of jokes anyway. And Giselle, no, Robin, it flashes back to a, a reunion that Robin heard Michael verbatimly say he would suck Juan's dick. Ashley defends him saying he never said that, but that's what she heard. And you still kept being friends with Ashley, knowing that her husband said this about Juan. You still stuck around. It makes perfect sense that Robin and Ashley are around each other because you guys are around men who don't want you. And Ron and Robin, you can miss me with this shit. Don't put nothing past nobody. I don't know how I can be comfortable with repeating that a man will want to suck my man's penis and I'm still hanging out with him, or my husband is still hanging out with him. My husband wants to go on a guy trip with him. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's why I can't wait for the allegations to come out. I can't wait. I mean, allegedly, this is my thought process. Are Michael and Juan having trips together? Allegedly, I'm just saying. Whenever Michael is in question, Michael was never here. Whenever Juan is in question, Juan is never here. I'm just saying. Never mind. Never mind. So now we're talking about Candace and Chris. Okay, knowing how Candace is on Twitter, Chris has now followed behind, and I have some self-reflection. Everybody has a right to express themselves on any platform as they please. If Candace likes to express herself on Twitter, she has every right to. But knowing that Robin and Giselle are talking about how a disaster she is on Twitter and that Chris is behind her, now she's dramatizing what happened and bring Chris along for the ride. I'm looking at Robin, I'm like, wait a minute, Robin. Knowing that Ashley never chimed in on this conversation. I don't know if she never did, but she just stood there trying to shop, look for other things, and she wasn't engaging in nothing. And I'm looking at Robin. Robin, you were the one who defended Chris with Giselle. You heard the story. You don't believe what happened. And now you're saying that Chris is wrong for going on Twitter and calling Giselle a liar? Well, she did lie. He's defending his wife. Like, Robin, pick a side. At first, you were in your own self. You were standing on your own. You were standing your ground with telling Giselle, she's wrong. Don't say that. It's not that serious. And now you're saying Candace is doing too much on Twitter, and now she's bringing Chris on for the ride. Miss me, Robin. Miss me. And now Giselle says, I don't ever want to talk to Chris. If he's in the room, I'm going to say, fuck you. No, you won't. No, you won't. You're going to be fake. You're going to be, hi, sir. How you doing? Anyway, so all the ladies are out at the airport for Miami. Sharice and Karen have an interaction. Karen said, hello, how are you? You gonna have fun? Then she smiles so hard at the cameraman, and it's like, I don't fuck with this bitch. I don't fuck with her. And if it was my trip, she would not have been invited. As she doing a TikTok, they all arrive in Miami for two SUVs. I'm ready for them in two different groups. Mia, Jacqueline, Karen, and Giselle, I think. On the other SUV, we got Ashley, Wendy, Sharice, and Robin. So, can't wait to get to the house. Wendy gives a grammar lesson that the message was incorrect. You know, it wasn't south of the border, it was tip of the bottom or something. And they were all wondering, how many rooms is it? Because we got none of us. I mean, we ain't got no problem staying in a hotel though, but we got share rooms now. Um, Giselle has no clue. She is talking about Jacqueline. How's the divorce going? Apparently, Jacqueline was never married to her husband, but I thought she said she was getting divorced. And like at the family fun day, Giselle asked her, I thought y'all were getting divorced. Oh, yeah, we're not together. You know, he's my PPP, parent, something like that. Are y'all married, not married? Jacqueline, what's going on here? I was confused at that point. Again, Giselle got to ask somebody else's situation. It has never worked out that way. Um, Giselle wants to have a little young tenderoni on the side. They pulled up to the house because they were wondering, where are we? Are we in the residential area? One side looks good. One side looks like it's the hood. And the house is gorgeous. It's a beautiful home. You know what I'm saying? Oh, in the car, just Mia is telling the girls that it is a 6 bedroom house, but there's 9 of them. And while in the car with Ashley and Wendy, they were wondering how many bedrooms is it. So Mia never told them how many rooms it was from that point on. And Sharice was staying silent the whole entire time because she's already been promised a room and she don't want her room to be taken away. So I'm not gonna say nothing. And I wasn't mad that she didn't say nothing. Girl, keep quiet. Let Mia do it. Because Mia needs to be more upfront of what's going on. And the house is gorgeous. Giselle wants to be a nitpicker, how it's not exactly on South Beach, but it's still a beautiful home. Nevertheless, the chef prepared a lovely meal. Jacqueline makes a comment that, does Mia want the chef on her plate? She said, no, ma'am. I'm celebrating my 10-year wedding anniversary. More and more is coming out that Jacqueline and Mia are not as, they're close, but I think that they're more than just best friends to me. And the fact that Mia and Jacqueline have shared secrets about each other, Jacqueline knows some secrets about Mia. I mean, considering the fact that Mia already told how she got with G, that G crashed her girls' trip while being a happily married man and they had sex on the beach. Something's telling me that either Mia likes to have a little eye candy every once in a while. She gets a hall pass. I don't know. Like, I don't know. But there's something else happening right now. And some secrets are going to be exposed. And it might, it might cause the buildup of where me and Jacqueline's friendship lies after what she did on Instagram, posting that video. We're gonna see how the friendship broke down. So after eating, they sell into their rooms. Mia gave them all different stripper names and phrases for their rooms. Giselle and Robin share a room, but their room was very, very nice. It had a sauna and a shower. But they're like, why we gotta share a room? Because you guys are conjoined at the hip. You guys are Spencer sisters. You guys are always together. Cherise found a room but no bathroom. She sleeps a certain way. Naked, snores, and she has to have a bathroom. Those are the accommodations she has to have. Um, Giselle knows everything about Robin. Robin poops twice in the morning. She's like, why do I need to share a room? I want my own space. If you didn't share a brain, you would have your own space. And you guys said y'all don't mind sharing a room. Y'all talked about sleeping in one bed one night before. And y'all spooned a little bit. Like, get the fuck out of here. Um, Mia and Jacqueline will be sharing a room. So realizing that everybody has a room besides Candace because she's not here, Ashley decides to play a prank on Candace by combining her room card with Wendy's so it could be prank that they're sharing a room. I mean, it was pretty shady, but Ashley, you and Candace are not even at that point where y'all can laugh at each other. Like, she's still mad about the fact that she opened the door of moving forward in a friendship with you and you ruined it by talking about how her husband made somebody feel away again. So I don't think a prank is the right moment to break the ice though. But it was like, damn, for real. Um, Robin said something about Wendy, but I don't care. And um, Mia said she has nothing to do with. Oh, right. I said I'm not gonna have a problem with sleeping on a couch. I mean, I would love a bed and bathroom. I really would, but I ain't opposed to sharing. I ain't opposed to nothing like that. So Ashley trying to find a way of putting the card away without being noticed. And Wendy is wondering, have you seen Candace's card? No, I haven't. Maybe Mia has it. Look at this view. Oh my god, it's so breathtaking. Like she literally um tricked Wendy into looking the opposite direction so she can put the card back. Like, girl, pay attention to this so I can do this, okay? Um, with the prank though, the prank is kind of funny because I don't think that, Ashley. She said it's pretty shady though, but it was funny. I just don't like the fact that Robin and Giselle are like guffawing after what happened at the shopping center. Like they literally look at Mia, no, at what's the word, at Ashley. They look at Ashley as the fool. They look at Ashley as the young girl who wants to be accepted, and they play on that, in my opinion, because she is young. She's impressionable. She wants to be accepted, wants to be liked, and she will do anything to be liked. Be the goofball, be the jester, be the one who will take all the brunt. Um, Cherie says she might leave and go to a hotel. Nobody cares. Robin and Giselle, they have a problem sleeping with one another. Y'all done it before. Good night. Um, so everyone's taking shots. um, Sharice is still talking about moving to a hotel. Girl, nobody cares. Move or don't move. I don't care. Ashley even offers to share her bathroom with Sharice. You know what I'm saying? Can't you just share my bathroom? It's totally fine. You know, making it comfortable for Sharice. Then it ended with Mia calling Peter. Mia knows Peter. And that she's in Miami. He's in Miami too. Bring the girls by to his bar. And she mentioned Wendy. He said, I got a beef with Wendy. And then it shows a clip of next week. And this is when we're going to get the infamous martini toss at Wendy. And I was like, what? And then to be continued. I said, what you mean you got a beef with her? A beef with her for what, Patricia? Like, I swear to God, he's coming out. It's not Peter, it's Patricia Thomas. Since he didn't get his peach, he wants a champagne glass. What beef? Ain't no beef. Like, for real? Who says that? I got beef with her. A grown man listening. Mia, this is another opportunity for Mia to come after Wendy. Oh my God, Mia, for real? This is bullshit. But next episode, ooh, I cannot wait for the next episode. It's gonna be a fucking mess. Now, I'm gonna go on a little rant when talking about the colorism aspect of this show. Um, I don't think that Ashley is a colorist. I do, however, think that Ashley tends to gravitate towards people who can make opportunities for her. That's what I can say. I think that Giselle and Robin execute colorism more than Ashley, because the problem that Giselle had with Monique was because she had more homes than her and she was dark skinned and she couldn't make her do what she wanted to do. The problem with Wendy, Robin, she called you out on going along with Giselle, talking about Mia is looking for attention with his cancer no cancer post, and you didn't like it, and the fact that she's in a much better position than you are. Like, I do, however, see that Giselle and Robin tend to target the dark skinned women and only tend to keep with the ones that they can, like, mold and keep on their sides. But Ashley, no. And it has made the show kind of unbearable to watch, because it's like, damn, y'all really doing this? Y'all ain't got nothing else to talk about? Y'all ain't got nothing else to bring up? Y'all have to go this route? Like I said last episode, calling Indy aggressive. I'm like, we're not about to narrate the dark skinned woman being aggressive when Robin has exhibited the same traits. So I am seeing it, but I'm seeing it in Giselle and Robin, not Ashley. But it's gonna be more conversation about it for sure. But y'all, that's it. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for next video. I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye.